Hello, I'm here with Leatherhead's manager Nikki Bull after our pre-season defeat against Aldershot today. So Nikki, what was your assessment of today's game?
I thought we'd come up against a really good side. First and foremost, we're 2 weeks into pre-season. As a manager, I'm looking for players to get minutes under their belt and also get through the game with no injuries. My signed players managed to do that, so that was good. Opportunity to look at trialists that have been recommended to me. Unfortunately, some of them weren't at the required standard. We tried to play a certain way that I want us to play, and I'm not going to mince my words. The first 20-25 minutes were a bit embarrassing, really. They carved us open too easily. Players didn't really understand what we wanted them to do, but again, we're 2 weeks into pre-season. Some of the trialists have turned up today. We've never met them before. You try and do your homework beforehand, and they say they can play certain roles, but unfortunately, as it turned out, they couldn't. And the way we wanted to play in the first 25 minutes, Aldershot tore us apart, and we had to change our shape. But I'd have to say, from a Leatherhead fan's point of view, be very proud that at the end of the game today we had 6 academy players on the pitch against a very good Aldershot side, and those young boys more than held their own.
I think it's important to note as well that Aldershot are a couple of leagues above us.
Yeah, they're the best footballing side in the conference. And I said to the players before the game, if we're not switched on and we try to press this team high and we switch off and we're not fully concentrated, they will play around us and expose us, and that's what happened in the first 20 minutes. We didn't get to grips with them. Certain players that came in obviously weren't up to the required standard, but they're the learning curve. So we're not in a position where we can just go out and give contracts to 18 players. We have to get trialists in and make sure the players we get in are the right ones, and today was a really good learning curve.
When we have a clearer idea of who your starting 11 will be for the first league game on August the 6th?
Well, it's an ongoing process. Obviously, we have to work through a lot of trialists, but even today in that first half hour, out of our back five, only one of them aside, we've got 4 trialists. That's what we have to do. We have to try and find good players. We have to try and cast our net high and wide, and hopefully we get some good players out of it. Obviously, like I say, some players have enhanced their claims, especially the young boys. And I've always said, if I have to play academy boys, I'm not really interested in how old they are. I'm more interested about what they do on the pitch. But the signings that we make have to be right for the football club. So I won't be rushed into signing the wrong ones. I'd rather wait and get the right ones.
And like I said, with the academy boys, if they're good enough, they're old enough.
Exactly. Will Seeger came in on Tuesday night and did extremely well. Young Carl Colton, young Eric, Antonio. They're good raw young players. They just need a bit of experience. They need a bit of coaching, and we'll give them that. In the meantime, though, I do need to sign some players that are proving its level. Obviously, Will Salmon didn't play today. He's been ill for the last couple of days, and we didn't want to risk him. We lost Tom Richards in the week. I got a text message from him on the way down to Aldershot, down the way to Ashford, informing me that he'd been offered a deal that he couldn't turn down from Dorking, so he's left to go to Dorking, which obviously I'm not happy about. But again, as a football club at the moment, we can't sign all our players on contracts. We have to do non-contracts, and you obviously run the risk that those players will get picked up by other clubs. And we have to do what's right by the football club. We can pay what we can pay. We won't pay what we can't. And if players get offers that they can't turn elsewhere, they'll go. But by the same token, I only want players at the football club that really want to be here. Fans coming here today probably be disappointed that 4-0 down at half time. But at the end of the day, we're 2 weeks in, and we are working towards 11th August. That's all that what matters to me. As long as we get to Hornchurch on 11th August in good shape, with a team that understand how we want to play, that are fully committed for this football club, we will be okay.
Brilliant. And can you give me any updates, any names on who you're talking to at the moment? The club?
We're talking to lots of players, and when I say that as a club we need to be patient, there are people at the moment trialling the clubs that in the league above or 2 leagues above, and they're not all going to get contracts. So these players will become available, and it's just about holding our nerve, and when those players come available, trying to offer them a package that they can accept whilst staying in the parameters of our budget. We won't spend a penny more than what we've got.
And lastly, were there any familiar faces out there from your playing days at Aldershot?
Scott Rendell today. He was my roommate at Wickham for 2 years, so it's nice to see him again. Matty McClure. Obviously, I played under Gary Waddock at QPR, at Wickham and at Aldershot, so lots of familiar faces today. Probably the only time in the last 10 years since I left Aldershot I didn't want them to win was today, but obviously 4-0. They're a good side. You know, they've just missed out on being promoted to the Football League twice in the last 2 years. Best footballing side. We won't come up against that. But like I say to the fans, don't be too disappointed today. We had a lot of academy players at the end of the pitch. We had trialists that won't be in my team come the start of the season. We are working towards August the 11th. I've been at clubs over the years where all the emphasis is on pre-season. You win all your pre-season games easy, and then when the season starts, it hits you like a train and you can't buy a win. I've also been at clubs where you've not scored a goal pre-season and then had a really good season. It's all about getting to August 11 with a fully committed squad that can go and do well in this league next season.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.